She's been shut out to date from the Republican Convention, and with only a month until Tampa, should former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin get a speaking spot at the 2012 GOP Convention. Joining me now, our bipartisan panel to weigh in on the pros and cons of having the 2008 vice presidential nominee take the stage. Fox News contributor Doug Schoen and columnist and author Jedediah Bila. Good to see you both.
Good to see you.
I think she'll be there, and I think, of course, she should be there.
Absolutely. She needs to be there. No one can excite the base like Sarah Palin. She had enormous successes in 2010, making endorsements. She's already doing events around the country. She's supporting Ted Cruz. She's doing an event with him this weekend, an important race. She had over a 90% success rate with her endorsements in 2010. And let's not forget what she did in 2008. She revitalized the ticket. If it wasn't for Sarah Palin, so many people would have stayed home, would have been disinvolved, disengaged. She made that ticket what it was. Now, they didn't win because there was a financial crisis, because John McCain suspended his campaign. But if he hadn't done that, Sarah Palin would have led that ticket to victory. She needs to be there.
She's having a huge impact in the primaries. She's having a huge impact in her endorsements. Right. She gets bigger crowds than anybody out there on the stump. Of course you have to have her.
Sean, it would be the best thing for Barack Obama. A man you are committed to defeating.
Stop.
Come on, no. Her negative is about 60%. She's been attacking Republicans and Democrats, if you looked at what she emailed to Newsweek. And bottom line, she'd be a divisive force, and she would remind Democrats and swing voters about everything that's wrong with the Republican.
And she takes on the problems that are in both parties. That's why people respect her. This is the GOP convention. I want people excited and enthusiastic.
Look, Mitt Romney has.
Let me tell you what's going to. We're told that the keynote is going to be, I guess, Governor Christie. Okay, so I guess he's not going to be chosen to be vice president. So probably a good indication he might be off the list of consideration. But I'm going to tell you something. When they go through Barack Obama's record and they just lay it out for the American people, it is going to be a devastating indictment.
And that's why Sarah Palin is the wrong person to speak.
But she's not,
because it turns attention, Sean, away from Obama's record, which is very hard to defend, to Sarah Palin and the extreme right.
What we need is someone who pulls no punches, someone who's tough, someone who's bold. I want Sarah Palin there. I want Scott Walker there. I want all of these conservative heroes who say, you know what?
Conservative heroes, yes. Divisive figures, no. And Sarah Palin turns off swing voters.
Yeah, I mean, you're principled, you're
in the minds of liberals, I mean, Doug, I shouldn't show up. I mean, let's be honest.
Sean, you have an inclusive message that I've tried to get you to run yourself on the penny plan. I think that would be good. I'd love to see you speak. But Sarah Palin, no.
Bila and I are friends. She wouldn't even vote for me.
I would.
I would vote for you.
You've got me and Cadell. We're for you.
There we go. I vote for Mark Levin. Go ahead.
Liberty is an inclusive message. Freedom is an inclusive message.
And she's divisive, Jedediah.
She's been painted as divisive and polarizing and all these things because she takes on what's wrong and she's not afraid.
You need to be out on the road with her, as I've been. I've been around a lot of politicians. I've been to presidential events, and I'm telling you, she has it. And it's a very interesting.
She excites the base, but turns off the middle.
She's not going to. This race is not going to hinge on who speaks at this convention. This race is going to be about, it will be a referendum, as it should be, on the failed record of Barack Obama.
Which is why Obama's trying to make this a referendum on George Bush. And if he can make it Sarah Palin,
it's not working.
It'll help.
Look at the latest poll, 18%.
And she's not on the ticket.
He's 6 points ahead in the Wall Street Journal poll, and Romney's negatives are skyrocketing.
Wait a minute. You know whose negatives are skyrocketing? Look at the poll before that, where if you compare April, we showed this last night, April to now, you know, Barack Obama's now at a 36% approval rate, 48% disapproval rate.
And that's why
he's a sitting president.
And that's why he's going to make Romney and anybody he can drag into the Romney campaign the issue. And that's why Palin is a real problem.
Bold colors, no pale pastels.
I agree with you.
That's what we need right now. She will pull no punches. She will excite the base.
To me, it's inclusiveness and optimism, not divisiveness.
Well, the last thing I would just add to this is that I think when the country pulls together and starts paying close attention to this, I don't think there's any doubt that people are going to ask themselves the very basic question, which is what you're talking about. Are we better off than we were 4 years ago?
And we're clearly not, Sean.
We're not. So the president cannot win because he's the guy in 2008 that was going to unite the country.
Is an inclusive message that talks about how he's going to create jobs, reduce the deficit,
He's doing all that.
promote.
All
No,
that's
he
coming.
hasn't.
You can have
All that's going to happen.
It hasn't happened yet.
They can walk and chew
That's why his negative is going up.
We can have
and
all
why he
different
doesn't
kinds
need
of people.
like Palin.
We can have
$100
Tea Party
million in negative
members.
ads.
We can have Governor Christie. We can have all of them. You want to present an inclusive message? Let's present all sides of the spectrum. Sarah Palin was a huge voice in 2008. She can be a huge voice now,
Sean,
among
it's
others.
the best.
Let's get everyone
Best
involved.
tool
Are you voting for Obama?
I am not. I've told you that, and I'm not.
voting
And I'm not voting for Romney.
So you're wasting your vote.
I'm waiting for you, Sean, and that's not wasting my vote.
All right. Thank you both. I'll take it as a compliment.
It is a compliment.
And coming up.